Hello everyone, time for a stream. It's here. Finally, it's here with a tiny smidge of damage on the box. Is that a sign of what's to come? Mr. Chris Leach has joined us. Hi, Mr. Chris Leach. Hans is with us, Randy's with us, Bob's with us, Lawrence is with us, Dave's with us, Mike's with us, Tech Guy's with us, Uncaged is with us. I'm sure there's others too. There is others. They're up the list high. Timberwolf's with us. Hello, fellas. Right, first things first, before we even worry about this thing, alright, before we worry about this, the challenge has been met. The BCRC t-shirt challenge has been met. Okay, for those that don't know what that is, Tony Gutierrez bought Hans a BCRC t-shirt because Hans was the top donator in the stream. Okay, Hans is very proud of his t-shirt, loves it. Put up a photo in BCRC, which is awesome. Hans then dropped a challenge to anyone that if they dropped a $100 donation towards the BCRC in America goal, that he would buy them a BCRC t-shirt. Now there was a bit of back and forwards in the stream and such, and there's a few people pretty keen to get in on that. Timberwolf, aka Dennis, has stepped up to the plate massively and dropped $100 US. $100 US. Hans has already sent Dennis the t-shirt. Okay? Ordered it, bang, straight away. Sent him a t-shirt. Now, it gets better. It gets better because Dennis, great bloke, Dennis has re-put up the challenge. First person to drop a hunch, he will buy them a BCRC t-shirt, which is epic. Absolutely epic. So it appears we've almost started the BCRC shirt challenge, where if you drop a hunch, you buy the next person a t-shirt. If that's something we could get going, who knows? We may just be able to fill this goal up and see BCRC do some live streams from America, which would be epic. Film a movie-length video of the whole trip. It would be essentially a honeymoon that Hannah and I haven't been able to have. A honeymoon and just a massive trip to go and meet as many of you guys as possible from the States. Hit up a couple of the big events, that sort of thing. So, awesome stuff. Now, I did say in a Facebook post that I wanted to have at least 30 people here watching before we crack this box open. Currently we're at 13, and we can do better than this. We can do better. So, give it a like, give it a share if you want to donate. There's a link in the description. Let's get this thing pumped up, man. We've got some big stuff coming. For those that don't know, we're going to give one of these away. This one. This actual one. Actually, no, I'll keep this one for myself because I'll give you the one that hasn't got the dented box. Okay? Whoever wins the Enduro will get the one without the dented box. They will also receive a set of these bad boys on the truck. Okay? I'm going to bolt a set of these on the truck. So you get yourself some fancy focus camera. You get yourself some fancy beadlocks on your truck straight out of the box. Okay? Trill Hobby. Awesome wheels. We're going to have those on the truck, which I think will look better than the wheels that are on it, if I'm honest. Just saying. I'm not huge on the colour of the wheels. But that's just me. I'm sure plenty of people love them. That's fine. So let's bump up these numbers, fellas. Let's get the shares out there. Tag your mates and your friends. I've did a big post tagging a lot of people. I'm a little wary of the shares and stuff because I get in trouble with Facebook, and I have people remind me every day that I got put in Facebook jail. Okay, I got put in Facebook jail because I shared Trill Hobbies page. Lovely little RC company. I shared their page to a few RC groups that I thought would be interested to see what Trill does, and I got put in jail. 24 hours, no warning. Facebook didn't say, hold up, Jono. You might be going a little silly with the shares there. I shared it like 10 times. You might be going a little silly with the shares. If you keep going, mate, we're going to put you in cuffs. There was none of that. It was just, wait for it. He's going to do it again. Wait for it. Bam, you're in jail, son. Gone. But anyway, all a part of the fun, as they say. So who's pumped up to see what's in the box? Who's pumped up? Now, I'm seeing a lot of people are messaging me saying, where the hell did you get that truck? Because I don't know if I'm the first person in Australia to have these trucks, but it certainly seems that way because everyone's waiting for them apparently and they can't get them yet. So watch it here first. Okay? Hopefully today I can help people out there decide whether or not they want to spend their hard-earned on this. As I followed this truck through its development and I'll say hype build up, because let's be realistic, there's a lot of hype built up behind this truck as it was coming out. I followed this truck and I saw some features that I liked. It looked like a promising new truck to the market. And I guess that's something too we need to take into account. Dennis says, I'm going to pay it forward, meaning the t-shirt. So if you want a BCRC t-shirt and you want to donate to the cause, if you drop a hunch, Dennis will buy a t-shirt in your size, and it'll fit, and they're awesome, comfortable t-shirts. Ask Hans, he loves his. Hans loves his shirt. Rob loves his too, very comfortable. So yes, we're going into this thing on the fence. Okay, we're neither one side or the other, straight down the middle. At the end of it, I'm going to tell you whether or not I think you should spend your money on this truck. Now, keep in mind, this is my opinion, okay? I'm sure there's people out there that already have the truck, especially in the States. For some reason, the States get everything before anyone else, which is a little frustrating, but it is what it is. I'm sure there's people that have this truck already that will say it's the bee's knees, it's the best thing ever, what are you doing with anything else? I'm sure there's other people that will say it's crap, it falls to pieces, and don't buy one. We're going to go in just on the fence, neither one side or the other, and I'm going to give you my opinion on whether I think you should spend your money on this truck, or is there something else in the same sort of budget that I think you'd probably be better off spending your money on. Angus has joined us. Hello, Angus. Hans, keen to see it. But will it be good enough? As good as the Cross RC? I guess so. Well, look, let's not kid ourselves, all right? That RTR, the FR4 RTR from Cross, is pretty hard to beat. Okay? It, as far as how it drove, how the quality felt, it beats the Gen 8. Okay? And that's in the same budget range as these. Okay? Mike will be posting some pictures after the stream before and after the rebuild of the Demon SP4 conversion. Awesome, dude. Looking forward to seeing it. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. Yes, I love cross trucks. We all know I do. But for good reason. I'll let you in on a little secret. I ordered myself another cross truck the other day. I messaged Rob and said, I better have that PG4, mate. So I have personally got myself another PG4 coming, which I'm pumped about. I love the PG4. It's an awesome truck. Probably won't go all the places this one will, but it doesn't need to, okay? Because it'll look twice as good doing it. They're just awesome looking trucks. So we're gonna be putting it up in the challenge of the FR4, the Red Cat Gen 8, whatever else is in that sort of money, I guess. And we're gonna leave a little bit of leeway. So there's always the argument of, buy this truck, it's the best truck for your money. If you've got $350 in your pocket and you want a truck, but people say, so I say people because I don't know what my opinion is going to be on this just yet, but people say, you have to buy this truck because it's the best truck for the money. You may have the option of saying, why don't I sit on the money I've got, save a bit more, and get something different that might be tenfold what this or another truck is. So just remember, if you've got the money in your pocket, you don't have to spend it straight away. I've done it heaps of times. Mark my words, I've done it heaps of times. You don't always have to go down that road. So hopefully today, I've got two of these trucks, okay? I've got one for myself and one to give away. I'm going to obviously unbox this one, and it's going to go straight back in the box. I'm going to drive the other one, see what it's like out of the box stock. If I don't like it, personally, I'm going to give that one away too, because there's not much sense in me keeping a truck I don't like. So we could possibly be giving away two of these bad boys, which I'm sure lots of people will be pumped about. It's a brand new truck. It'll have like 4 hours on it. Okay? So, still basically a brand new truck. It's not going to be rusty and banged up and whatever else. So, I'm not going to go out there and roll it over 100,000 times and go, it's crap. When I go out and test drive a truck, regardless of what I put it through, I stand close to it because I don't want to just roll it over and cover it in scratches. These things cost a lot of money. They're expensive toys. So, you've got to look after them. We've got 17 people with us. Come on. Let's bump it up. We've got to bump up these numbers. Give us some shares. There's got to be more people out there that want to see this thing opened up live. There has to be. There just has to be. A swig of my coffee. I'm pumped up. Pumped up to unbox this truck. it's had a lot of hype built up behind it. Okay, now hype is probably the biggest mistake in the RC industry. If you build up hype behind a truck or parts or whatever, and then they're released and they don't come up to the hype, then what? Then there's backlash, and there's a lot of it. And we all know social media, as far as backlash goes, is twice as effective as hype. So if this thing's hyped up to be the bee's knees, but it's actually a little bit shite, and I'm not saying it is, I don't know what it's like yet, but if that be the case, well then what? What do all the people that hyped up the truck going to say in the first place? You know, it's like, you told me this truck was awesome, that's why I bought it. But it's not. So, right, we're going to start reading some features in the box. Give it a like, give it a share. Link in the description should you want to donate. We want to pump up these numbers. There's got to be more people that want to watch this thing being unboxed. There just has to be. First thing I will say, box art, I like it. Okay, and I do like the box art because it's outdoors, it's vibrant, it's showing you what you're getting for your money and where you should use it. Okay, there's too many box arts out there, and I know Cross is a bad one for it, that will have a pretty picture of a truck with a white background or a black background and that sort of thing. Vibrant box art. Okay, this is the sort of stuff that's gonna help sell a truck. Pretty vibrant stuff. Scott's joined us. Ben Davies has joined us. Hello, fellas. Ben, YouTube didn't notify me the stream started. Glad I checked after I finished the toolbox. Sorry, mate. I shared. I did stuff. If you're in BCRC, on my post where I said about the stream starting, I've tagged a heap of people. Okay, jump on there. Tag a crap ton of people. Let's get them going. Scott says, "Howdy, boys and girls." Dennis, honestly, Johnny, when I see people asking what they should get for first go truck on a budget, I tell them buy a used SCX10, great part support. Well, and look, you can buy a used, especially like the original SCX10, you can buy it next to nothing. I'm looking at getting. Bob, love the unpainted windows. Is Robert with us? Rob loves an unpainted window. Look, unpainted windows should be on all trucks, but I get why they're not at times, because if you're going for a budget, little things like paying someone to mask windows, paint the body, then pull the masks off, takes extra time and extra money, etc. and so forth. So I get why companies don't do it, because it's business sense. It makes it, okay? Especially if you're shooting for a budget. Look, Dennis was saying, used SCX10, you can buy them for next to nothing. There is a lot of people still, magically, that seem to think they're worth a fortune, especially here in Australia. I seen one advertised the other day, upgraded links, 2.2s, maybe a couple of other aluminum upgrades, $500. Sorry, mate. Sorry. You're not going to get your $500. I purchased Hannah's SCX10 for $180, and it was damn near brand new. Had the original Jeep body with it that was perfect, untouched. I changed that real quick. But, yeah. I mean, it all depends. A lot of people would like to prefer to buy a new truck for their dealie, their first truck. Scott Lee has dropped $15, mate. Thank you very much, Scott. It's very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Jack of all trades. I hope you get your numbers, but I'm going to have to drop off for the night. The numbers we're not doing today. The numbers will be done next week for this truck. Okay, so don't stress. There will be plenty of notification. As to when we're doing the numbers for the truck. And as I did with previous trucks, I will split it into half day. So I will open it up, 15. Scott, you've thrown me, mate. Just slung you $15 for the trip, mate. Keep up the good work. You're a bloody champion, Scott. Very much appreciated. Hopefully we can make this goal happen. Man, that'd just be epic. Just be awesome. You've confused me. What was I saying? Numbers. Essentially what we'll do is we will run the numbers open until we sort of half fill the numbers, and then I'll close them. Then that way, later in the day, the numbers to open that box, I don't know why people aren't joining, man. Look, hello? Is this thing on? Come on, guys, let's go. Look, if it takes too long, I'll open it up. What have we been? 20 minutes. Take out 15 minutes after the intro. I'll give it another 5 minutes and we'll crack open the box. Let's see how many people we can gain in 5. We've had more than 30 people here before. What's going on, people? Robert sad-faced my comment where I tagged him. Apparently Robert can't join us, which is not good. What are you doing, Rob? Where was I at? While I'm on the numbers, I'll keep finishing what I was saying, even though that's not what you were talking about, mate. We bloody thing and stuff. Come on, brain. Work. I will open the numbers for half the day and then I'll close them. And then I'll open them again in the night time. That way, more people across the world get a chance to enter. And I try to make these giveaways as fair as possible. And I think that's the best way of doing it. So, I want to get as many different people at different times a chance to enter the giveaways. Now, while we're talking about giveaways, just before we open that up, the next giveaway truck we're going to be doing is this. Not this particular one, but our next goal is going to be for the Cross RC SU4C, which is the premium flagship edition. All the beans, okay? All the fruit, you might say. Opening bonnet. If I can get my fingernail under there. My fingernails are too short. Where's my little knife? Let's lift up the bonnet here. Just to show people. Okay? Detailed engine bay. Awesome. Love that. Wicked. Full scale interior. Full light kit. Light up dashboard. The whole 9. Sensei, diffs, metal gearbox cover, metal transfer cover. The whole thing. It's just... This is what our next goal is going to be. And it is going to... The next stream, I'm going to change the goal. Because this goal is not going to be on every stream. We're going to change the goal to this so we can raise money to give one of these away. Don't leave it too long or I'll fall asleep. I've only got 3 hours yesterday. Sorry, Hans. I'm just trying to get as many people into this as possible. Dennis, Hans, you're a legend. Well, maybe we're the legends. Only wants to drop $100 for Johnny to come to the States so far. Look, I don't expect everyone to just go dropping $100. Honestly, I don't. I don't expect anyone to donate. If you can donate $1 if you want to, $2, $3, whatever. Any little piece helps. If we can make this a thing, that'd just be epic. Right, 2 minutes. I'm going to open the box. 2 minutes. I'll be opening the box. Right, let's start reading some of the fancy spiel that's on it. Ready to run. Okay, obviously you're going to need your battery. Includes LED, two-piece light set. So I assume that's just the front lights in the cab. Okay, pretty simple, straightforward. Nothing groundbreaking yet. Right. We're going to have a look on the side of the box. I'm going to close up cam this bad boy. I'm going to move this cam so you guys can actually see what it's like should you buy one of these trucks and what you're looking at. I can't read half of this because the decal's over it. Not great. That's, I assume, talking about the behind the diff steering, which is a feature I do like. Yeah. What else have we got? Integrated servo winch mounts. Okay, so you can put another servo in here, a servo winch. You can install one of those there, run that straight out through to Fairlead. Good idea. I like that. These are the sorts of things that I seen when this truck was coming out, and I liked because it's just smart. Let's make what we can while we're at it. Threaded aluminum shock bodies. Feel free to focus, camera. There we go. Threaded aluminum shock bodies. I'm not going to read all the tiny spiel at the bottom. I'm going to give you the points, the straight points. Reedy power crawler motor. 5-slot, 16-turn brushed motor. Okay? 5-slot. Should be very smooth. I should be aiming where we're looking. Should be very smooth because it's a 5-slot. Now you guys know I run the Year Racing 5 slots and they are just butter. So this has got some competition straight off the bat because I know I can get a Year Racing motor for like $20 US and it is butter. Is this going to be anywhere near as good? It's a 5-slot too. Can't see why not. Ready ESC. I assume it is water resistant. Yes. Water resistance. Proportional forwards and backwards. Dual auxiliary power outputs. LiPo cutoff. Yada yada yada. And comes with a Dean's plug, which is good. Which means we can plug a battery straight in. And that's what I intend on doing. during the stream, I'm going to plug a battery in, run the truck to see how loud it is. Okay, if you buy a brand new truck and it's really loud, it's not a quality sound, is it? You run the Gen 8, it's really, really loud. It doesn't sound like you've just spent the money on a brand new truck. Radio and servo. Alright, 3-channel radio with the Reedy 1320 MG Metal Gear, obviously water resistant servo, which is 12.5 kilos at 6 volt. Okay, so that's 12.5 kilos at 6 volt. The Red Cat, I believe, is a 13 kilo servo, and the FR4 is a 13.5. Now this is the big deal. Okay, this is what has sold this truck for a lot of people before it was even released. Overdrive. Do we all need overdrive? No, we don't. Fact. Now, there's going to be people that say, oh, but it's better, and etc. and so on. Overdrive is not the be-all and end-all of crawling or trailing, etc. Okay? There's certain times where if you side hill, okay, you're going across the side of a hill, overdrive will actually work against you. It will cause the truck to want to slide more downhill than normally it would, because the front is going to try and pull itself downhill because the back's trying to catch up all the time. So don't be fooled into thinking this truck is the be-all and end-all because of this setting, okay? Yes, it is good that they've done it. That's good that you can change it. I believe it comes with 2 different sets of gears so that you can change. The stock is 5.7, and I think there's another set. There we go, option 2, 11.83. I believe it comes with 2 different sets. I may be wrong. We'll find out when we open the box. Then there's a massive list of additional features. Okay, chassis mount servo, adjustable front track bar, universal front drive axles, stamped steel frame rails. This is not an additional feature. This is just what everything should have, and they generally do. So wipe that off the box. This is me being me, straight to the point, honest. All right, you don't put 12mm wheel hexes. Wipe that off the box. Okay. That's not an additional feature. That's just how it has to be. Otherwise, no wheels are going to fit it. Enclosed receiver box. Yeah, we can leave that, I guess, because it's waterproofish. Adjustable front and rear bumper mounts. Wipe that off the box. Adjustable width rock sliders. Leave that on. I like that. 2 battery boxes. Yes, leave that on there. Aluminum motor plate. Yeah, leave that on there. Adjustable body posts. Wipe that off the box. Optimised ball cups for fluid access. Now, I believe the ball ends in this truck are plastic. Samex has already released brass ball ends for these trucks. I believe if it's plastic, I'm going to be honestly a bit disappointed. I believe they're plastic ball ends, which is just, what are you doing? You can't put plastic ball ends in a $350 truck anymore. Okay, in Australia, this truck is like $500 and something. I don't want plastic ball ends in my $500 truck. Just putting it out there. Like I said, this is my honest opinion. Okay? And now before people say, we'll clear a quick thing out of the way first. The stream raised 350 Australian dollars for this truck. Okay? Postage alone cost me $284 US. Now I paid the rest for the trucks. Now, I got a discount, I will admit. I got a discount on the trucks. I got them straight from Element. The discount I was told was going to be off retail, but it was off the MSRP, which is, for those that don't know, about $150 US more than retail. 200. Come on. I'm going to tell you how much the post cost me in Australian dollars, just to give you guys an idea. $284 US to Australian dollars. Postage alone cost me $404. The stream raised $350. So before anyone says, and this is why I'm saying all this, you didn't pay for the trucks. I paid for the trucks. Okay? You guys helped pay some of the postage, as bad as that may sound. My wallet is still recovering from the beating it took. But I said to you guys, we're going to give these trucks away. We'll at least give one away, maybe 2. I just want to get it across to anyone out there that doubts. Like I'm saying, I paid a lot of money so we could give these trucks away. Okay, so donations are appreciated. Paid a lot of money so that we could give this away. That should have been off retail. Now, I'm not going to say any names, okay, because I don't want to upset anyone. When I was talking to a person at Element, I was told that I was going to get 50% off retail, okay? Now, I know that's a massive discount, and I much appreciate it. That's why the goal was set to 350 Australian dollars. I figured, screw it, if we're getting them at half price, we'll buy two. And I'll just pay whatever else comes up. When it came time to pay, which took me 3 weeks of nagging before I could pay. I just wanted to pay for it, so I knew it was done and I didn't have to stress about it, okay? 3 weeks it took me of nagging before I could pay. Then I was told that the discount was off the MSRP, which is $509 US, which made each of these trucks cost $255 US. I'll quickly do some math again. Remember, the stream raised to 350 Australian dollars. Each one of these trucks cost $363. Technically speaking, the stream paid for one truck. Well, not even the postage. And also remember, I'm paying the postage to send this to the winner. Okay. So, it is what it is. They just posted it through FedEx and said, here, it's going to cost you $284. I nearly died. And it was like, I can't let you guys down. This was my biggest thing. It was like, I'm copping a hiding here. Okay? I'm being abused with my clothes on. I don't want to say the other word for it because we're PG and we don't, etc. and so on. But I don't want to let you guys down. So I'm just going to have to cop it. This is why when I say to you that this should be on the box, that shouldn't be on the box, it should have metal ball ends. I'm saying this because I paid a lot of money to give one of these away and to unbox one and to test it so you guys can see if it's worth your money. Okay? I want to see features on this truck that are actual features. Don't put fluff on your box. Okay. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from and don't just think I'm a clown. This is coming from a guy that spent a lot of money so that he could give away one of these trucks. And yes, you guys donated too, and that's awesome. Without that, we wouldn't have them. I wouldn't have bought them. Right. Back to our additional features list. Let me make sure that's focused for you. Okay, so adjustable body post, wipe that off. Optimizer, we wipe that off. Adjustable rear shock mount positions, wipe that off. Wipe the telescopic drive shafts off. You can't have a solid drive shaft. I mean, one piece rear axle design. Yeah, it's neither here or there. Spline front axle with adjustable caster. Yeah, leave that there. This means a lot to some people. To other people, you're never going to care about it, honestly. Machined input pinion gear. Wipe that off. Metal ring gear. Wipe that off. Machined steel top shaft. Wipe that off. How was she going to make it? Metal idler gears. Yeah, leave that on. A lot of trucks have plastic ones, so that's great. Heavy duty 5mm steel links. Yep, leave that on because it's got steel links. Metal ball bearings included. Yep, leave that on because some trucks run bushings. Okay. Mr. Brown got an RC scale helicopter fuselage out of Germany to Australia. Postage was $600. Did it come with a pilot? Look, I know postage is crazy, okay? It is cheaper for me to send this truck to America than what it is for America to ship it to me. Go figure. Now, I know Element doesn't have to do me any favours. I know this. If I worked for Element and I was going to send a guy 2 trucks because I know he wants to do a live unboxing, I know he wants them there as close to release date as possible, I'm going to take them to the post office myself and I'm going to send them off, because if they did that and they shipped them 2 separately, they could have sent these for about $120 US each. And I know this because every cross truck I get from Rob, he tells me he takes to the post office and he can ship a lot cheaper than just calling FedEx, USP or whatever. He can do it a lot cheaper that way. I'm just saying. I know they don't have to, but scale 110, type off-road. Motor or engine? Just motor's fine. You're not going to put a petrol on these. Just put motor. 5-slot brushed. Put 16 turn there too. You're going to put the information down. Let's have it all. Power, electric, length, varies. Bright Light has just subscribed. Thank you very much for the subscription, mate. Much appreciated. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I hope I'm not upsetting anyone. Do give the stream a like, give it a share. These streams are going to be the biggest, best, as bad as things in RC, and I want you guys all to be a part of it. If you wish to donate towards the streams, there's a link in the description. Wicked deal. So length varies with body. The length varies. Width varies. RC's Cars has subscribed. Thanks, mate. Very much appreciated. Thanks for joining the BCRC mob. Feel free to say hello and chat. Don't be shy here. We're pretty easy going, you can probably tell. Hans used to buy stuff and have it sent. A friend would send it. Okay, through USPS, it would be much cheaper. Yep. While we're talking about postage real quick, I know this is taking a little while, but we're going through everything. When Dennis sent me that Bronco, the Snap-on Bronco, he went to FedEx and UPS, and they wanted to charge him $800 to send me the Bronco. I said, dude, have a talk with Robert Mazza. He'll tell you how he posts trucks, and then it'll be a lot cheaper. Isn't this their first truck? I don't want you to think it's a Red Cat. This is their first truck, but let's not forget, how long has Team Associated, let's not kid ourselves, how long has Team Associated worked in RC? Long time, and they've produced a lot of premium products. They have people working on this I believe, and I'm not going to catch myself out by quoting, I believe there's people from Axial working with the Enduro team. Okay, they know what they're doing. They know how to build quality stuff, and they know what people want. So stuff like this, I don't get this. This is just my opinion. Okay. Focus camera. There we go. Length varies. No, it doesn't. The length should be from the front of the bumper to the back of the bumper. Okay? That's the length. Width with body varies. I want the width as what it comes in the box. Okay? That's what the width is. If you change it, that doesn't matter. The width is as it is, and the length is as it is how you buy it. So this stuff, instead of just having varies, that seems lazy to me. Or they could have gone maximum, width, the minimum, and the maximum. This is... Anyway, let's carry on. Let me just make sure this is focused so you guys can see I'm not making this stuff up. Wheelbase, 313, run of the mill. Weight, varies. No, it doesn't. What does it weigh in the box? Chassis, stamped steel. You said that over here. Suspension, threading front, falling rear. That's fine. Gear ratio, varies. Full drive. Come on, of course it is. Tyres, yep, that's good. 1.9 general grabber. I like that. That's good. Speed control, yep, that's fine. Sorry, I'm probably not even looking at where I'm getting ahead of myself. Speed varies. To any crawler company out there, to any crawler company out there, don't put speed on the box, okay? Because speed it was all determined by this finger, okay? Don't put speed on the box. Anyway, recommended environment, Mother Earth. So I like that. That's a good. Yeah, we love driving crawlers. That's a good thing. Ben, honestly, I'll wait till people start selling chunks of it like a chop shop. Okay, so we've gone over this stuff. There's a lot of stuff there that doesn't need to be there. Okay, it's like, okay, we've got this spot here. What can we fill it up with? You stretch this text out here, you put this picture here, and you have half as much written here. Okay, that's just how you do it. I know there's a lot of people that are going to say, what would you know? I know how to spend money, and I know value for money, and I know if I read something on a box and it just sounds like wanky McNonsense. Varies should not be on any box. Okay. Let's open it up. Now, one of the cool features of this truck is there's a scale garage in the box. Now, I can't keep it a secret because you've all seen the pictures on Facebook. I don't know exactly how that scale garage is supposed to be undone. So I'm just going to cut all the seals and see which way it opens the easiest, I guess. That feels glued. I hope that dent's not going to affect my scale garage. Okie dokes. Question for you guys. When you buy a brand new truck, how shiny do you expect it to be out of the box? Like, how perfect? You've just gone to the shop, you've just spent all your hard-earned money on your new toy truck. How perfect do you expect the body to be? Just let me know. I'm just curious. Okay, so here she is, obviously, in the flesh. The Enduro. Sendero. I like the name. Love the name. The name's great. Timber, too many variables, but do they not even know the truck they built? Well, I assume it's done like that because you can move this and this, and you can move the bumpers forward and back. You can move the bumpers forward back on 99.95% of crawlers out there, okay? On their boxes, they tell you the length that it comes in the box, which is just how it should be. Bob expects it to be absolutely schmick. Dennis expects it to be A1. Mike expects it to be perfect. Tell me why, fellas. I'm going to have a quick swig of my coffee. Just tell me why. I mean, I know why I expect it to be absolutely schmick, bang, bang, perfect Mickey Mouse. I'll show you why I ask. Now, this is exactly how I've pulled it out of the box, okay? Literally just before the stream, I opened up. I've got a big box here that two of these boxes were in. I opened up the box and I sat it on the desk. That's all I've done, okay? And then you guys seen everything I've done with this box. You've seen me cut the seals. It's not been opened before. Close up cam. Alright. I hope this focuses well enough. If it doesn't, I'll do it while it's out of the truck. Okay? Now, for some people, they're not going to care. That's the bumper so far that I've seen. Alright? It looks to me like there's scratches and marks and shit on there. Okay? Now, if we look across the roof, I might have to shadow it above it. Oh, it might be hard to see. Let me see if I can get this to focus. No, you can't see it. Bloody hell. Well, there you go. Now you can see it. Can you guys see those marks across the roof? Can you see those marks? Look along here. That's not good enough. Okay? I've just spent a lot of money on this truck. Right? I'm you guys. I've just spent my $350 US, or apparently retails $509, according to the dude I talked to at... You imagine if you paid $509 for this truck, US dollars, and it came with marks all over the roof. So you guys let me know what you think of those. That's not good enough. Okay? And here's one of the big things for me too. I'm giving one of these away. I pray that the other truck that's just over there, you guys can't quite see it, it's just over there. I pray that the body on that truck is perfect. And reason being, when the winner gets the truck, I want them to have the perfect representation of what this truck is. I don't want them... I'm going to use this truck, okay? Because I don't want you guys to have marks all over the roof. I'm really hoping that that truck does not have marks. If it doesn't, I'm going to put bubble wrap over the body and then rebox it. Because that's not good enough. I'm sorry, but it's just not. Okay. It gets worse. Right. What in the hell do you call that? Can you guys see those marks on the front of this cab? It looks like... I mean, it feels scratched up. I literally feel a little bit sick in the stomach in the sense of I've purchased 2 of these trucks. It cost me a bloody fortune. And you can probably hear the disappointment in my voice because I'm supposed to give one of these away. And I honestly feel I pray that what's under that body is a lot better than what I'm looking at so far because, my God, that's disgraceful. So far, you buy a cross truck because that is shit. I'm really quite pissed about that. These are brand new trucks. Like, that's not a thing. I'm going to contact Element and I'm going to send them close-up photos of every single fault I find with this truck. And after seeing that on the body, I'm tempted to... The one that's going to be given away, I'm tempted to take out of the box and just make sure it's put together properly. That's disgusting. Anyway, I'll get back to that in a moment. Let's try and stay positive here. That is... So, we have our instruction book. That almost looks used. Don't even know if I want to see the underside. I know. And that's what amazes me. You run your hand across the front of the roof and you can almost feel... You can feel the scratches. Not almost. It's like... You're not supposed to take every truck out and test it before you box it, guys. If that's what you're doing. When do the pitchforks come out? Let's see what... And I can't... This is the thing, guys. As much as I'd love to send this back and say it's not good enough, give me a better one. And I know a lot of people won't care. They'll be like, oh, it's just a crawler, you're going to scratch it anyway. It's the principle of the matter. It's the fact that it costs so much money. The amount of money I spent on postage, I literally could have bought myself a truck. I'm just saying. I can't post it back to them, okay, because it cost me so much money to post it back. Even if they sent me a replacement back, it's still, the truck would never be worth what it cost to get a good one. Let's all pray, okay? Let's all pray for box number 2 and hope that it's better than this one, because that's disgusting. Right, instruction book. I hope someone from Element is watching this. I really do. I'm not going to point fingers or say names because that's just causing shit for nothing. I just hope someone from Element watches this and says, holy shit, this guy's right. These guys are paying hard-earned money, regardless of whether I got a discount or not. The amount I paid for shipping wiped the discount out the window and cost me more anyway. People are paying hard-earned money for this truck. Please don't send out bodies that are that bad. Put something over them. One sheet of bubble wrap over the body. Heister, I'd be pissed. Streamlabs, Heister, please refrain from using foul language. Dennis, is this the kind of quality control we can expect from Enduro? Axel does a much better job. Bob Patterson, the principle is it should be better than that. Exactly. Angus, if you buy a brand new item, you expect it to be brand new condition, regardless of intended use. Exactly. Many years ago, my brother brought a brand new Falcon Ute. If you don't know what that is, Google it. It was like a 06, I think. He brought a brand new Falcon Ute, right? And when this was his first brand new car ever, when it turned up, it had a scratch this big on the dashboard, this big, and he said that's not good enough. And like half the guys that worked at that dealership were like, oh, it's just a little scratch. He's like, I don't care. I've just paid $26,000 for this vehicle. I don't want a scratch on it. So they said, oh, we'll just replace the dashboard. Fine, no worries. They scratched the new one putting it in. So they had to get him another vehicle anyway. If you're paying money for something brand new, give me something brand new. You could have got another demon for that piece of something. Man, Johnny, I would have been super pissed if my Bronco wasn't perfect out of the box, but Trax has done a lot of work to make sure those trucks arrive perfect. When Dennis sent me the Snap-on Bronco, there was nothing above it, and I was like, ugh, Dennis, but there was no scratches on the roof. So, why has this got scratches on the roof? Where's the handling happening before it goes in the box? There's an inch from the roof to the top of the box. The box is thick cardboard, so this scratch has happened before it's gone in the box. It's because they gave you a discount, had to make sure you got some of the money back. I'm telling you, mate, with the shipping, there was no discount. It's just the shipping eliminated the discount and then some. And the discount wasn't even what it was supposed to be. Retail is what you pay when you walk into a shop. I don't care who you are. There is no such thing as street price in a shop. Street prices are for drugs, okay? Retail is what you pay at the shop. If anyone disagrees with me, I'd be very, very surprised. You guys let me know in the chat if you call retail what you pay at the shop. Okay, let's move on. Instruction manual. Okay, nice glossy magazine, which is good. Of course, we've got some, and this is no surprise, we've got some advertising on the back for some extra bits and pieces. It's essentially team associated, so when I got my TRX4, it had a sheet of plastic film over it. For any of you guys that have watched the last 3 live streams when I've unboxed Hobby Plus RC, now, a lot of people out there might not know who Hobby Plus is. They have plastic sheets over their trucks, and it is so rewarding just to peel. We stopped and just slowly peeled it off because it's so enjoyable. You have to have something on your bodies. Okay, so we've got some advertising spiel. Like I said, that's no big shock because when it comes down to it, these guys are team associated. Every buggy they sell, there's going to be more buggy advertising bits and things like that in it. So it is what it is. The manual itself, let's have a sticky beak. So we've got a picture of the truck on the back, associated electrics. Okay, so we have part numbers for everything, which is good. We have an exploded view, I will show you in a second. Exploded views of all the parts and stuff and how they go together, with bulk numbers, etc. So that's good, we're on a positive. Okay? So everything is exploded. You can see how it all goes together and such and dealies. This is good. This is how it should be. It's nothing revolutionary, but it's how it should be. So I'm glad that it comes with it. I will, however, say that the front page is shorter than the rest, which makes it a little difficult. Look here, the front page. You can actually see that white line. That's the first page of the book. It just makes it tricky when you're trying to do this and catch the front of the magazine. But anyway, that's nothing. So, instruction manual, that's fine, that's good. I like the colours of all the advertising and stuff, which makes me wonder why the hell they went primer grey. Axial did primer grey, is that why? Because a guy from Axial is with these? And he likes that colour? Is that the thing? Anyway, give us colour choices, guys. Bull Gear's joined us, hello mate. Okay, so that's the manual. Again, nothing exciting. Then we have... Okay, now this I like, and this is a big positive for me. A decal sheet. With lots of decals. And there's decals from heaps of people. Scale Builders Guild, they've got their own, obviously, Element, number plate surrounds, Reedy, all these things. Little scale tyre decals. Okay, to put on your tyre rack and things like that. This is brilliant. Every company should do this. Okay, so that's good. I really like that. The number plates around you are a bit massive, but other than that, not only is it damaged, but they have deprived you of one of the best parts of a new RC, the plastic peel. Oh, I know, right? For those that want the plastic peel effect, go and watch the last couple of unboxings. Oh, so good. And then we have our basics on the radio. Okay? Cleverly, they've called stuff gates for each step. Gate 1, battery charging. This doesn't come with a charger, does it? Don't believe so. Battery charging. Remove the vehicle before charging. Yada yada. Battery installation. Okay. Battery notes and tips. Okay. Radio instructions, which is good. That's the most important thing on this piece of paper. Okay. Don't charge your batteries in the truck. How to use the radio. So that information's there, which is good. And then we have a little piece of paper with warranty stuff on it. That, do you guys read that? Really? So anyway, there's that. Next, we have this little bag of bits. Now we're going to close up count this. We're going to undo this. Okay, now I'm going to grab out one of the best things in my opinion. This. Okay, it comes with a full-size battery tray, as well as the little shorty pack one. You get a full-size battery tray. That's a 5200 fluorine pack. It fits. It's snug. So that's a positive, because that's most likely the sort of battery I'd use in this truck. Okay, I'm not going to use shorty packs in my crawlers. I'm just not going to. So that's a big positive. I like that that's in there. Okie dokes. We have a plastic steering horn. Come on, cooperate, mate. Plastic steering horn. 3 the leftover remnants of the ball ends. So it's not like we've got given a new sheet. It's just like, well, we've used all of these ones. Might as well throw that in the box. But I guess it's better than none at all. Plastic ball ends, which feel pretty cheap, if I'm honest. And that's just the plastic quality of the ball ends. Feels cheap. It just does. Same for the servo horn, obviously, because it's the same. Then we have some tall body posts. That's good. Okay, I like that. That way, should we want to change the body, bam, put it in there, done. And those license plates are for American style number plates, because America's the only place in the world, didn't you know, Dennis? There's a lot of people out there that don't seem to understand there's lots of landmass outside of America. But anyway, this is a good thing. This is also a good thing. The decal sheet's a good thing. So we're heading back upwards, which is good. This, it doesn't need to be there. Okay, another servo horn. I hope there's one on the truck. So another servo horn. I mean, you guys can get a bit of an idea of the type of plastic and the quality of plastic by looking at the reflection there, the shine off the plastic. So another servo horn, and then 2 gears and a screw. A Phillips head screw, to my surprise. Now these are going to be for the overdrive. I would imagine they're either just replacements, or so you can bump up so you can change the ratio. Now obviously you can probably tell that the gear ratio means nothing to me. Okay? Really don't care about it. That to me is not a reason to buy this truck. Just isn't. It's all down to the quality of the truck, how the truck drives, how it looks, that comes into it, quality of the tyres, the parts, and those sorts of things. So the gearing, I'm not going to account into whether you should buy this truck or not. Most trucks out there, you can change the gearing and overdrive stuff should you want to, whatever. Overdrive is not the be-all and end-all of crawling, and it's not the reason you buy a truck. That's just my opinion, remember? We're all entitled to those. Right. Move some of this stuff out the way. I'm going to look at the radio. Now, let's have a look-see. It's a bulky bit of kit. Okay. So this is our radio. As you'd expect, it's an RTR radio, cheap plastic. The throttle feel, that's not bad. For my hand, that throttle's probably a bit too far that way. Just so you can see where it is on my finger. I'd like to have the throttle just at the start of here. Okay, that's just me, but I'm just saying it how it is. Okay, because then when I want to hit reverse, if I go straight with my finger, I'm almost jamming myself up, and I can't hit reverse properly. Just putting it out there. I don't like how it steers. The spring's too stiff. Okay, and there's not quite enough turn in the wheel for my liking. You guys might find it fine, that's awesome. But for my personal liking, it's just the spring's too stiff. I'm going to give you a good example of a good controller. A good RTR controller. Okay. This is the RTR controller for the Hobby Plus RC short course, the Monster, etc. and so on. When you hold the controller, see where the throttle is? Okay? That's where I want my throttle, because I can easily reach everything. With this particular controller, okay, it sits there and my finger jams up, so I'm not hitting full reverse properly. I'm actually literally just pinching my finger in the controller. These are just things I think of when I buy a truck, and I mean 90% of guys out there are going to change this, so technically it doesn't matter. But for the people that don't, why is it so bulky, and why is, you know what I mean? These are just things I think of. I'm sure it works fine, I've no doubt of that, but it is just a very bulky radio. These two radios do the same things. You've got endpoints, you've got dual rates, etc. and so on. They do the same thing, so why does it need to be this big? That's how I think about stuff. Honestly, the Hobby Plus radio feels better than this. The actual grip's not bad. You can see where on an expensive version of this controller there's a button that's normally there. That's funny, the radio game. But I'm sure it'll be fine out in the trails. Off-on button at the back, lovely. Your typical dials on top, whereas well, that doesn't matter, it's not for a crawler. But anyway, so that's our controller. Now, if you guys want, I will take lots of, so you don't lose it. There's not much chance of that. You trip over it before you get out the door. I'll take photos of this, I'll take photos of the truck and etc. I'll put them up in the group. So if there's anything you want to see in detailed close-up photographies, let me know. Alright? I will be taking very detailed photos of all the scratches and imperfections in the body, so that you guys can fully understand, in case these cameras aren't portraying it, so that you guys can fully understand why I'm a little bit pissed in the body quality. So that's our radio. Now we're at the fun point, kids. I'm going to have a swig of my coffee again. Who made the wisecrack earlier about you don't like quality because you drink Dares? Get real, mate. Better than that Farmers Union crap. Ugh, ugh. Right. Nothing else hiding under there? It is white chocolate. I know why it's got scratches all over it. Now that might not look like much to you guys, but you think at an airport, if someone grabs the box out that's got these trucks in it and goes, "Barry, catch!" and throws it, that truck's going to rattle around in that box a lot. Whack, 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 every time. If it's on a plane, which it was, and there's turbulence, which shakes everything, Scratchy, scratchy, scratch. You have a backache carrying that. I mean, it's light enough. I'll say that it's light. It's just bulky. And like I say, this is just me being picky because it's a brand new truck. We spent a lot of money to get these things. Right. Where's my clippers? Where did I throw those? Not those ones. I've got scissors there, worst case. Alright, we'll try with the skizzers. Alright. What a pain in the ass. There they are. I'm interested in photos of the axle housings. Alright, awesome. I shall do. Okie dokes. So here she is. Don't mind me, I'm just going to inspect the rest of the body. Normally I wouldn't. But after how this started, have I touched the front window yet? Okay. I don't know, it's not just my eyes. I was thinking, why isn't this truck sitting properly? Was this a Friday truck? Like, it's supposed to be like that, fellas. Okay. Mainstream. Bull gear. I looked at Element, didn't bite. I've been bitten twice. That's how it feels so far anyway. Okay, foldable mirrors. Foldable mirrors. I like that. That's good. Plus. Positive. There's no scratches down the side. The scratches are just across the roof. That mark has me baffled. That mark literally looks like there's dirt on the body and then it was painted over. I want some pictures of the grub screws holding the drive shafts on. Awesome. We'll do. Alright, we're going to just take the... What do you think of the body? I want to know your opinion. What do you think of the body? Okay. What do you think of the colour? I personally have no idea why in the hell they picked that colour. Because it's just grey. I don't get it. Of all the colours, that seems warped. It probably is. After, well, it's all sitting to one side. I've got a feeling the body pins are warped. Are you sure it's a Ranger? Because the side says Blazer to me. Looking at the side of this truck, it says... Anyway. Okay. Right, I want you to pay attention to just here. Okay? And then I want you to pay attention to the same thing on this side. What do you notice? It's okay, but as you said, the colour sucks. The colour's terrible. I just don't get it. Why would you design a truck in this day and age and go, let's make it grey? Fellas, grey. What do you reckon? No. Give me a metallic coloured truck that's bright and pops. Grey. Awesome work, Barry. Good colour choice, mate. No. Don't do it. If you do a second run of this truck, do not do it in grey, please. Looks like first gen Dodge. I mean, I don't hate the body. I don't mind the body. I'm not huge on the grill. The grill to me looks like an old Corolla grill, almost. Bit of a Datsun / Corolla grill. But anyway, so if you look here, you see there's a gap there of about, where's my little ruler? Okay, we have a gap here of around 10 millimeters. Okay, now if we look at this side, we have a gap there of, oh, there's no gap there. Why? Now I fixed this. It's not that holding it because that's loose. Okay, so we're going to have to investigate deeper. Why is this body popping over to the right? Grey is the in colour. That's why I dye my hair. Nice try, Mike. Those headlights suck, says Dennis. They're not brilliant. They're not very pretty. Okay. Now I do like that they tried to give the bed a little bit of depth. Okay, if you look at the close-up cam there, there's a little bit of depth to the bed. I like that. That's good. That shows a bit of initiative. Let's not just have a flat top. That's great. Okay. Okay, good. That's accessible easily. Powered straight off the ESC. Okay. I don't know how many volts that puts out, but we'll check. Wow. Okay. Okay, I found the issue. Okay, close-up cam yet again. I'll push it this side and I'll rotate this way so you see it better. Okay. If you guys look at those body pins, let me just refresh the focus. Okay. What do you notice? Ben, you may laugh, but my TRX Cherokee will be grey. Why? Look, if you want to paint it grey, that's fine. But in my opinion, don't release a truck that they released one colour, grey. How boring. That's just my opinion, remember. Look at this. That is straight. That is not. Same with this one. They're both bent. I know this is minor stuff. Okay, I know it's minor. What I can do, and if your truck turns up like this, what you can do is undo this one, take it out, turn it around, put it back in. Okay, then you put the body on. You don't turn this one. You put your body on and push these in so that it goes in the holes. Okay, layering Terrapisa. Then you put your body back on, and hopefully over time, because they're both now pulled to the middle, because they're both working against each other, if that makes sense, they should pull themselves in and sort of learn to live back where they should. If not, message element and say, this is shit, send me straight ones, please. Okay, so we figured out why the body doesn't sit properly. Now, sticking with the theme of the body, it's a two-part body. Okay. The body pins there. The body pins are black. I like that. That's good. Now, I'm not just sitting here taking the piss, just so you guys know. I told you guys I was going to give you a good, honest opinion of what this truck's like. Now, I've seen people review this truck, and I don't like watching other people's reviews because it's either instantly obvious they don't know what the hell they're talking about, or they've been sent the truck, and because they've been sent the truck, they go, "Ah, oh, it's so good, my favourite colour grey." Ugh. Ugh. If Cross sent me a truck and it was shit, I'd say, yeah, I love the truck, but this is shit. That's shit, fix it. Okay? If I ever have an issue with a Cross truck, or if I have people come to me with issues with Cross trucks, I personally message Cross themselves and say, This is an issue that needs to be looked at. Can we get it sorted out as quick as possible, please? In the meantime, can you help this person out with replacements for these parts? And I shit you not, that's what I do, okay? This is really crappy control. Or bad customer service. I don't know what their customer service is like. I don't know. The shocks look pretty, except for the plastic caps on top. Other than that, they look really pretty. Anyway, the body. 2-part body, okay? Which is mounted with 2 strips of plastic either side that bolt together. I've got just the button for this. But I'm barely moving that. I've also got another button for it. That is not good enough. Now, if I can make a suggestion, should you do a re-release of this truck, you make these wider, okay? These need to bolt together. This is why I should work in for an RC company. Shut up, Mike. It doesn't rattle like a Ford. These need to be out wider, okay? And this needs to be the shape of the cutout. Full plastic across here, full plastic across the top. Can't rattle, can't move. People can't sit there and go, this is shit. Because that is. My biggest question, I guess, is it going to rattle like that on the truck? You can see that it's opening up here. So if I'm going hard driving the truck, that can open up and move and rattle, and that makes a truck sound cheap. Please change that. Any future releases, please change that, because having the cab being able to spread like that just makes it cheap. Timberwolf, I'll buy into the giveaway anyway. I won't be buying one of these trucks. Well, and this is a bonus, I guess. Okay? I'm laughing at some of the guys in chat, as you guys can probably read here. Anyway, this is a bonus with the giveaway. It's your chance to get one of these trucks, and without spending much money at all. So if you can get one of these trucks for under $50, buy it. Because it doesn't matter how shit the body is, you can go and put a different one on. Okay? You buy it. Wouldn't you? Let's not kid ourselves. If I could get one for $100, I'd buy it. That would drive me nuts. If I'm honest, I'm not impressed. Okay? $350 US, that doesn't sound like much money if you're American. Okay? $350 US, which is 500 and something Australian dollars, which when you're an Australian, you go, shit, $500? Okay. Anyway, let's take the body off. It does have scale wipers, and then the mirrors, and the decals on the body are nice. The grille is nice quality. Alright, I'm not just going to pick the shit. The grille's nice quality. It's got light buckets. It's got light buckets for the headlights, which are already in there. It's got light buckets should you want to put indicators in there. That's good, okay? I like that. It's got a green tick of approval. I assume that's what that little thing means. I hope that doesn't mean that. Because if it does, where did the scratches come from? Anyway. There's no light buckets in the back. And it's pretty thin, if I'm honest. It's a pretty thin body. I mean, it's an RCR body, I know, but anyway. So, that's the body. Let's be realistic. Not many of you people give a toss about that part anyway. Because this is what you care about. Now, the chassis. The chassis. First test we always do here. Now, I did the same with the Hobby Plus trucks and the Cross and all those things. And the Gen 8, which was dreadful at this test. How smooth is it in the suspension? This is very important when it comes to crawlers and trail trucks, etc. Especially if you like scale realism. Okay? Very important test. Let's hope it passes. I'll push on the chassis because that bumper's bending. It's smooth. It's not as smooth as this will sound dumb. It's not as smooth as those Hobby Plus trucks yesterday. It feels like the... Get that out of there. Just to make sure I'm not catching up on anything. It is smooth, but it feels like the shock oil is a bit too thick. Okay? Now this is wound all the way up. Okay? Nothing for the tail lights. If you want tail lights, you'd have to 3D print your own buckets. Which I'm sure someone will design anyway. Knights Customs probably already has. The shock oil is too thick. This is just my opinion, okay? The shock oil is too thick. You wouldn't want to adjust these any at all because it's going straight, almost full top again, and that's as loose as possible. Unfortunately, I don't have the Cross RTR here anymore, so I can't compare it. Now I know this one's noisy; it's got dirt and shit in it, but it's smooth. Okay, it's not bad. It's smooth. It is a bit too stiff. I don't know what oil's in it, but that wants softer, lighter oil, in my opinion. And on full compression, the top link hits the steering arm. Let me just set that there. That was just for my benefit, okay? I tell you now, the Cross RTR, the suspension's better. It's smoother, it's nicer. That's just fact. I wish I still had that truck here because it's just nicer. This is better than the Gen 8. It feels doughy. Does that make sense? Pull the left front wheel off the table and flex it. Flex is good. I mean, it's a trail truck technically. You don't need heaps of flex. Under full flex, no steering arm touch. Under full flex, steering arm touches the upper link. Close up cam. Okay. I don't know how well we're gonna get this in, but if you look down in there, okay. It's hard to show. I'm gonna have to lift the truck off the table to show you. Okay. Angle this up a bit. Where was it? Why all of a sudden now is it not touching? Has something moved? Wow, there's a movement in those shocks. Sorry, I just noticed this. Look at the top of the shock. This is why you don't put plastic ball ends in your trucks, okay? Because of that. That shouldn't be a thing. That's dreadful. The reason I hate stuff like that, okay, is who's testing these trucks? I really wish a company would send me a truck to test it so I could scrutinise the shit out of it and say that shock movement at the top there is not good enough. And so you need metal ball ends, mate. That's the difference between that steering link touching. There you go. Now it's touching. Now I can't sort of move. Oh, I see why. It's because of the movement and all the ball ends. Okay. This is very tricky to try and do. If you look at the close-up cam there, let me see if I can angle this dangle so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I know it's a bit dark and I apologise. With the movement that's in that diff, Yeah, you guys can't really see it. With the movement that's in those ball ends, it's causing the steering link to hit the top link, the front link. Okay, so there's that. I mean, I'm sure the little adjustment and all that sort of stuff, that could be fixed, but... Is anyone from Element watching? Probably not. If they were, they've left. Okay, shock towers. Extremely basic. I know it's a budget truck. Okay, now I say this. Now you guys know I don't love the Gen 8. Okay? I bought one. I've put shit on it, but I don't love it. Now this is going to be a bit of a value for money comparison, okay? Okay. Now, remind me, what does this truck retail for? Is it 300? It's 300, isn't it? And this is why I'm bringing this up. Again, value for money. You let me know if you want to spend your money on this truck. Close-up cam. Okay, so this is a Gen 8, which again, I'm not particularly fond of this truck, but we have 4 inner fenders, start to rear. Okay? On the Element, which costs $350 US, retail, no inner fenders, tiny little side runners, no inner fenders, floppy bumper. That is dreadful. The Red Cat, look, even the Red Cat bumper is stronger. I can't twist it. I can bend it this way a little bit, but I can't twist it. This one, what you need to do here, fellas, is make a bumper mount that extrudes past, okay? Slides into the chassis rails this far, but actually comes out further than this does. So these are shorter, then you'll have less bending in here, okay? That's how you eliminate that issue. So far we've already got, this truck costs $50 more than this truck, okay? This truck has a full battery tray already in it. I know this one comes with one, but I'm just giving examples here. And this is probably the reason why this truck doesn't have inner fenders. In saying that, you could quite easily mount a battery tray to the back of the inner fenders, especially given your motor's in the middle. So there's that. If the V2 comes out of this, I want to see full inner fenders, because this truck that's cheaper has them. Okay? The shock towers, and this is the main thing I was getting onto. These, let's reset my focus. Okay? These look cheap. Okay? This is how Red Cat did it on their truck that cost $50 less. You've got 2 shock mounting options. I'm sorry for the camera work, it's hard for me to look at this and that and everything else. The Element has 2 shock mount options. The Gen 8 has 9. Okay? And the plastic is way harder. Like, I've got to push that hard to bend it. This, forget the hype. Okay? Forget the hype. Because I'm afraid the hype train has just been derailed. I don't particularly like this truck, and it's mine. Okay? I paid my own money for it. I put upgrades on it. I still don't particularly like it. It's not a truck I'm passionate about. And I thought the quality control on this was bad. The steering arm hit the tyres. At least the body was on straight and didn't have scratches on it when it turned up, and had plastic on it. Anyway, I'm shocked, because I expected a lot more. I really did. I'm shocked. I'm a lot disappointed. Look at that rear bumper movement. My God. Now, and here's a big reason I'm really worried about this truck. You can see the chassis twist. My God. Now, as soon as I heard about the hard plastic upgrades, I went, what? If you can make the parts in hard plastic, why didn't you just put that on the truck in the first place? Okay. We're going to dive deep into the realm of what this truck needs. Okay? And the first one sticks out like dog's nuts. It didn't just derail. I think it caught fire too. You're no kidding. Okay. Close-up cam, because we love close-up cam here. Close-up cam tells no lies. Okay, so this is the back of the truck. Okay? What do you notice? There's this little, I assume, soft plastic mount here. Then there's a whole lot of nothing until the skid plate, which is in under here. Okay? Skid plate. A whole lot of nothing until you get way up here. Is there any support in the chassis? I like aeroplane jelly, just not in the chassis. That is brilliant. Oh, bloody hell. That was good. Hang on. I've got a button for you, mate. Well done, Mr. Brown. That joke was on point, my friend. That was good. Whew. Got to write that down and use it later. It needs more chassis braces. Like, there's no extras there. It needs a brace. It needs a brace here and one here. But then if you put one there, well, nope. It needs one there and one there. They call it a ladder chassis for a reason. It's not ladder chassis because it's got two rungs at one end and two at the other end. Rungs, guys. It needs more rungs so that it's got some strength. This is not acceptable. It feels cheap. The links are nice. I don't know if they're set correctly, but they're nice. And the only reason I say that is they may need to be this way. If you've got one of these trucks, let me know if your links are the same. Just there's a gap in here. Let me reset the focus. Okay, we've got a gap in here, a gap in here, no gaps anywhere else. So I'm not sure. That may be how it's supposed to be. I don't know. I'll ask around and see if anyone else has got. I mean, there's no gaps there, no gaps there, no gaps there. There's just gaps here. So maybe it's supposed to be like that. I'll find out. While we're under here, the drive shafts. Okay. So I believe they're plastic drive shafts with a little aluminum piece in the middle, and then plastic again. I mean, it is what it is. It's an RCR. Realistic. This isn't that important. I wouldn't make a deal about it. The machine quality on these pieces aren't very good, if I'm honest. I will take pictures of these up close so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get that in the right light so you can see. But anyway, the machine quality is not brilliant on those, but it's an RCR drive shaft. Does that look dirty to you? Has this truck been driven? What? What the hell's up with that? It's not coming off. I don't know if it has, but it kind of looks like it has. Surely not. You guys didn't send me the bloody the office demo, did you? No. Anyway, let's get sidetracked. A big thing: steering links don't touch the wheels. That's good. I mean, the tyres don't look like they've been used. I mean, there's some dirt on the tyres, but that's probably off my bench. Big test. It's quiet in the Gen 8. Alright. I did have some batteries here to use. So, we've been going for an hour and 36 minutes so far. What do you guys think of the truck? I want your opinion, not mine. What do you think? Would you buy one? Looks like a test or a demo rig. It's looking a little bit that way. I'm looking forward to taking the other one out of the box. I hate these battery plugs. Too tight, too much of a pain in the ass to get batteries into. The guys on this stream seem wise, as does the host. Is the TRX4 Bronco a sound investment? Yes. Yes, it is. I've got one of those here. I've got a Defender here. I've got... Now, just to clarify, for anyone that watches this stream, whether it be now or later on, and they think I'm just a cross fanboy, right? I have lots of cross trucks. I do. Okay? But I have... I have Tamiya CCO ones. I love Tamiya CCO ones. Okay? I have those. You've seen the Gen 8 already. You've seen... This is the Cross FR4C. Okay? You've seen this already. So, I've got cross trucks. What else have I got? The Gen 8's there. I've got the TRX4 Bronco here. I've got a TRX4 Defender up there. What I'm trying to get across is that this isn't a fanboy review or unboxing, okay? I'm not saying that there's a lot of disappointing parts on this truck because I like other trucks. There's a lot of disappointing parts on this truck because there's a lot of disappointing parts on this truck. It's the cold, hard facts. Now, I know a lot of people won't watch this. And they won't watch it because it's probably too long for them to sit through. Or they built themselves up, or they got built up with all the hype of the truck when it was coming out. And they don't want to hear bad stuff about the truck that they've already purchased. Okay? And I get that. That's what a lot of people are like. They don't want to hear bad shit about something they've already bought. But fact of the matter is, this truck is pretty average. Where's the off-on switch? Oh, tell me it's got an off-on switch. Guys, really? If you release another one, put an off-on switch on it. Right? I'm just going to leave that battery sitting there for now. Put an off-on switch in the truck. Okay? I don't care if Axial didn't do it or they stopped putting on... Put an off-on switch in the truck. If I'm out wheeling, right, and I want to stop for a bite of lunch, or I want to have a drink, or a bit of a sit down because my back's shit itself, I just want to turn the truck off and sit down. Unless I'm blind, I can't see an off-on switch on this truck. That goes into the receiver box. There are a couple of power outlets for lights. There's no button on here. Okay. Off-on switch. Sorry, I just thought I heard a funny noise. So the motor is reasonably smooth. It's not as smooth as those Air Racing motors. That's just a fact. If you don't like facts, well then you might not like the first half of this live stream. It's not as smooth as the Air Racing motor. Reverse has got too much juice. Let me check all these rates. Throttle max, which should be fine. Steering. The throttle's centered. Now I see why people were whinging, because they're saying reverse is too much. Reverse has got too much power. Let me try something. Shouldn't have to do this out of the box, but I'm going to try it. Because forward should have more power than reverse, generally speaking. Throttle, reverse. Okay, so for those of you out there, if you get one of these trucks, and I'm not saying don't buy it, I'm just saying it could be better. I said the same thing about the Red Cat, okay? If you get one of these trucks, swap your motor wires over, then reverse your throttle channel on the radio. 2 seconds, and then all of a sudden your truck's not going flat out in reverse everywhere. Because a second ago, it was hard to have that slow movement in reverse. Throttle trim still neutral, yep. So they trimmed the steering from the factory. They've turned it on. Maybe they ran it around the office before they put it in the box. Now I know this is no big driving test. This is just, I want to see how smooth it is. I want to see how noisy it is. I want to see how noisy the servo is. I want to see how much torque the servo feels like it's got. That sort of thing. Mr. Christian Oliver's joined us. Hello, Mr. Christian Oliver. How's things, mate? All right. Ball gear's got to go. Thanks very much for stopping by, mate. Much appreciated. So the steering doesn't seem to want to return to centre. Now, keep in mind, this is on a bench. This stuff's reasonably slippery. Okay. Steering should be able to return to centre. That's centre. That's centre. So, I mean, it's an RTR servo. You're going to replace it anyway. Just saying. But it probably should have the guts to centre itself. I know the Red Cat can. I know the Cross can. This doesn't. The wheels, I mean, they're plastic bead locks. I'm not even going to get into whether they're any good or not because they're plastic bead locks. Questions, guys. There's got to be questions. Adam, my money will not be going to an Element. CrossRC.us. It's definitely not what it was hyped up to be. I'll put it that way. Okay. There's a few clever ideas. Like I said, the overdrive means nothing to me. If that's your bag, awesome. Or good on you, enjoy it. But that's not a reason to buy a truck, okay? It's just not. The suspension feels too doughy. It needs lighter shock oil. The servo's a little bit lazy, but that's neither here or there. The chassis needs more braces because it... I'm not trying hard to do this. There's not enough braces in the chassis. The plastic quality on the bumpers is nothing shy of absolutely trash. But you're probably going to change those anyway once there's a decent design out there. Everyone's whinging and bitching about the design of the bumpers. When you go and buy a real vehicle, you generally speaking, you go and buy it and you drive it because of how the vehicle is, if that makes sense. You don't go to a car manufacturer and go, oh, who designed that bumper? That's shit. I'm not going to buy your car now because it's got a shit bumper on it. Change how you drive to make this bumper work, okay? It's designed so you can actually approach stuff nearly the same height as the wheel. Too many people assume that you just, here's a rock, that you just smash into it and drive up it. That's not how this sport works, guys. You need to approach stuff on an angle, turn your wheel in, let that wheel climb the truck up, okay? Kind of grub screws. Mike's asking what kind of grub screws. I'll take one out and show you. Because that's the sort of investigative work we do here. Now I don't know if there's thread lock on that, or whether they call that stuff thread lock, but there's a little bit of grime on the very first thread. You guys can probably see that. The grabs for the drive shafts. Okay. Oh, come on. Go back in. It's just... it's just not very impressive. You know, you buy a new truck and you should be excited about it. And I don't know what it is lately with companies releasing trucks, but I don't know too. It might have been the hassle and the extra expense that this thing cost me, but when they first announced this truck, much like the Red Cat, I was a bit excited about it. Okay? I was a bit excited. And then, as time goes on, and whether it's just stuff happens, whether it's because we're in Australia and we have to wait longer, or whether I have to pay more than technically I should have been, and all these sorts of things, it's not exciting. Now, obviously, I'm still yet to go out and drive it. I'm sure it'll drive nicely. It's smooth. The servo seems okay. I've got to change the battery tray, but that shouldn't be overly difficult, I wouldn't imagine. Two screws there. You can have a look here. So the axle housings feel flimsy. Tell you what I'll do. I'll whip a wheel off it and I'll give it a bit of a bend. Just after I install this. Okay? This is just for my benefit. So if I drive it on the bench some more, I don't have to have the battery just sitting on the back of the chassis. As far as heads go, this one is touching cloth. As far as turtle heads go. Mr. Brown's got too much time on his hands. Christian, it's a no from me and I haven't even seen it. You, honestly, Christian, you wouldn't buy it. You would, if you had a chance to enter a giveaway, and the most the giveaway was going to cost you was $20, and you had a chance to win it, sure, why not? Take a chance, live a little. I was excited to see a new player in the field, not so much now. Hopefully it's a decent performer. Well, according to the internet, and you know everything's true on there, it's the bee's knees and it'll outclimb everything. Now, it does have plenty of clearance, but it does have pretty big tyres. The diff... well, I can see the concern coming from Mike. The diff housings are very narrow. I like that. The pumpkin's pretty big compared to the rest of it. But I like the fact that the diff housings are scale. Come on, screw, come out. That screw's way longer than it needs to be. It can be half that length. It's only holding a battery tray in. Thanks. Right. Lawrence is off. He's going to have pills and dinner. Come on. I mean, even like the plastic quality of the battery tray looks a bit cheap. I know it's a budget sort of truck, but you've got to stop and look at what other people are doing for the same money or less. The Gen 8 is $50 cheaper than this truck, and honestly, it's better. It's made better. It's thought out better, except for the steering arm. But you can sort of see this. It looks scratched up, and I've literally not seen the truck yet. So why is that a thing? Again, this is just me being me, giving you guys my honest opinion of this truck. It looks better with that tray in it. Battery tray seems like a chassis support. No, there's actually a brace underneath. There is actually a brace underneath here. Yeah, there. Put one of these guys back here. I don't care if there's nothing on it. Just put one of these braces back in this chasm where there's nothing. Just a suggestion. Right. I've no doubt I'm going to cop a lot of stick over this unboxing. But if you don't like it, well, I'm sorry. we're here for the facts about this truck that had a massive amount of hype built up about it. And hype isn't everything, guys. Open the other box and check the body out. On another stream, I'll open that one, Adam, and I'll double, triple, mega, ultra check it. Just, there's only so much element I can take. I know that sounds bad. I'm going to get out and drive, hopefully over the weekend, should the weather be nice. But I'm not very impressed, if I'm honest. Now, I say all that. If someone wins this thing in the giveaway, they're going to love it anyway, because it's a truck that, worst case, cost like $24. Because we're going to do the same sort of thing we did with the last giveaway. The $6 donation gets the free entries. Seems a well-deserved critique. I'm just being honest with it, dude. I wanted to say, this truck's awesome. Woo! Yeah! What I would suggest to Element is, if you've got hard plastic upgrades, don't make them upgrades. Put them in the truck from factory, because the chassis has way too much twist. Use lighter shock oil. Whoever told you or suggested that's the shock oil that you use in a crawler, it's just not. It's too thick. It's too slow. Just is. It shouldn't be that dopey with like no adjustment wound down on the shocks. You know what I mean? Like, I've got to give that a decent push to get it all the way down. It shouldn't be like that. I'm sure there's going to be someone that's going to go, I've been competition crawling for 10 years. You don't know what you're talking about. This is not a competition crawler. Okay? This is a trail truck. It's true. I know there's a lot of people out there that are going to go, it's a crawler. I'm going to call it a crawler myself too, but that's because I'm lazy and I don't say trail truck every time. Fact of the matter is, it's a trail truck, man. It's not designed to smash all the gates at every competition. That's why you have upgrades. That's why you take bumpers off, to make these trucks like an actual competition style truck. And just to drive that point home, on my bent body posts, I place the normal road going truck body that you would see on a 4x4 trail. You're not going to see this in real life smashing all the gates at a big competition for comp trucks. I'd be happy for one, but I won't buy one. Yeah, and that's what it comes down to, Adam. It's just, I'm so disappointed. Not just for me, but for everyone. That sounds dumb. I know it does, but this truck should have been so much more. I've got to do the axles for Mike. Hype is the biggest seller of this truck, and the overdrive. That's it. If anyone tells you to your face that this is one of the best quality trucks they've ever driven, unfriend that person. Where's my wheel brace? It's so much shit here. Oh, we didn't get any wheel braces. Where's the wheel brace element? They do just unscrew you. Don't tell me the wheels aren't attached like that, surely. If I find the right bloody driver, we'd be in business. Do the centre caps come out of these wheels? The body is nice. You can have it. You need to watch the start of this stream, Mr. Oliver. I'm probably doing this incorrectly, but I just want to take the wheel off. So Christian, the body with this particular vehicle came with a lot of scratches, dirty marks on the roof. It looked like there's dirt underneath the paint. Hang on, right? I have to do it. Oh, it didn't work. Do it. Okay, crickets, give it a rest. That shouldn't be a thing, man. Okay? That should not be a thing. I know it's 2-part body. 2 minutes in design. They could have designed a better little bracket that bolts the two together, and it wouldn't do that at all. Timberwolf, Cross makes the best trucks on the market. I would gladly agree with you, mate. If anyone tells me this is better than a Cross truck, I will laugh out loud directly in your face. I'm sorry, but I will. Because this doesn't come close. Not even. That FR4 in build quality is tenfold the truck this will ever be. The tyres feel nice. I haven't touched on the tyres. The tyres do feel nice. I like the logos on the tyres. They're good for if you like to scale dirt. Give me a minute and I'll show you. The diff casing on this looks like it's been driven, dude. I can't wait for all the flack I'm going to cop for this review. I can't wait. There's going to be so many people that say I'm full of shit and I don't know what I'm talking about. When you pay $284 postage for 2 trucks, then you can tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. So how the hell does that come off? It doesn't unscrew. What kind of black magic is this truck? How does that sound cap supposed to come off? Anyway. Whatever. Axle housing. What's she like? If this breaks on stream, Element, you better have a replacement ready and I'm not paying post. There is some movement there, Mike. I'm not bending that very hard. I'll try and close up cam this so you guys can see it too, because it's like a Triton. Tritons are good, man. What are you talking about? The old ones were anyway. I don't know about the new ones. It's hard to bloody show you without getting the bumper in the way. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is definitely movement there. I mean, I like that they're this skinny, and I guess people have to understand, okay, that we all want extra scale stuff. So this sort of stuff gets smaller, which makes it weaker regardless of who makes it. So if you see that your axle is this skinny, don't go jumping it, okay? It's not the Dukes of Hazzard Charger. It's a trail truck, which is designed to drive slow. I still don't know how that's supposed to come off there. Oh, it's moving. Oh, wow. Loctite on plastic. So I've just pulled my wheel apart inadvertently because my thing was stuck. That's fine. The foams are that soft. I can literally put the beadlock together. Sorry, you guys can't see what I'm doing. The foams are that soft. I can literally put that beadlock together while the hub's on the truck. All I've got to do is line that up. Bear with me one moment. Did I get it right? And that's how you put the element beadlocks together, guys. Okay, you just bolt your hub to the truck, and then you squish the wheels together so that you actually put the wheel together while it's on the truck. It's not your typical method, I will agree, but it seems to work. What the... Now, something that's going to make the giveaway truck a little bit better, as I've mentioned before, is I'm going to be putting on a set of these bad boys on the giveaway truck. if you'd like to focus their camera anytime you like. Okay, I'm going to be putting a set of these Trill Hobby 1.9s, which I think you'll agree, that's actually going to look pretty good on this truck. So that's something to take into account when you think about the giveaway truck. It's going to have some upgrades. Well, it's going to have a set of beadlocks on it. Who knows? I might even see if I can print out one of my dashboards and double-sided tape into the truck so you've got a dash in it or something like that, so that it's not just an out-of-the-box truck, because the out-of-the-box truck leaves a little to be desired. I mean, if you win it for like $20, who cares? But so, guys, what do you think of the Element Rc Enduro? Would you buy one? Would you recommend one? Would you buy one for your brother, your sister, or your kids for a present? I can't believe I'm putting beadlocks together on the truck. If the bloody hub would have turned, wouldn't have been an issue. Maybe it was just stuck in the actual plastic of the wheel. Which, I know what the issue is, I bet you. I mean, at least it's got them. I like the fact that it's got the little fake hubs. That's great. That's a good little scale touch. I believe the wheels are licensed. I don't know. Yes. If you're going to put plastic beadlocks on your truck, and this is for any company out there, don't bother with licensed wheels. You're paying licensing for nothing, because people are going to change them to stuff like these. Okay? This is just top tips for free from BCRC, from me to you, my friends. Okay, so I like that it's got the simple plug for the little light kit there. I don't like that my body pins are bent. I don't like that my body's covered in scratches. I don't like that the chassis twists like peppermint. Wait, I haven't got to... Oh, there we go. Just for my joke. Thank you, me. I don't like that the body's covered in... Look at this. I hope Christian Oliver's still watching. Let me just reset this focus. Look at that. Look at that. What the shit is that? Now, what you probably can't see, Christian, and I'll show you, my friend, I will show you, because you don't live far away from me. If you look across the roof, just here, let me see if I can reset the focus. There is marks and scratches and shit all the way across this roof everywhere. So, also we found that the body pins are bent, so the body's got a gap. You finished, mate? Jeez, bogans. Anyway, so there's a gap this big this side, and there's no gap this side because the body posts are bent. Because when this truck was put in the box, I assumed it might not be because of that, but this half of this body was hanging out over here like this. There was no plastic coating on the body. There was no. This is what it needs. Get out of there. Is there a tool in there? This is the first truck I've ever gotten that doesn't come with one of these. What's up with that? Anyway. Okay? That's what it needs. I'll use my other camera that's not just washing everything out now. Okay? Simples. Two layers, full length of the truck, put it in the box. So, this is the bit I've not been looking forward to. I'll say this now, if you've enjoyed the stream and you've enjoyed the unboxing and the honesty of it, feel free to drop a donation to help make this goal a possibility. Do like, share and subscribe should you actually like it. If you don't like it, drop a thumbs down. It's fine. I'll understand. I won't cry about it. Okay? I won't lay awake at night being upset about your dislike because of my honest opinion on this truck. Okay? Now the big question... I'm going to need a drink for this one. Bob says, save up and get a cross. Now, I know I'm a bit late with some of these comments, but Dennis, not at all. Worst letdown I've seen in the scale truck department. I'll win it, though. That's the spirit, Dennis. Okay. So, the Element Enduro. Sendero. Love the name. Brilliant name. Don't like dog hairs. Get off there. My bumper's all janked up too. It looks all scratched and shit like that, which it shouldn't be. Brand new truck should be perfect. So the question is, boys and girls, do I personally think, in my opinion, okay, we're all entitled to those before anyone mounts that high horse, do I think you should buy this truck? No. No, I don't. If it goes on sale and it's like $50 off, maybe. Okay? Do I think you should go and buy one brand new and pay top dollar for it? No. Which is really disappointing, if I'm honest. Okay? Now, you don't give a thumbs down for the truck. Okay? Thumbs down is if you don't like my stuff. If you like the stream because I was honest, etc., then give it a thumbs up. It's just... No, actually, there's one more thing I've got to test. Now, I've seen in some videos when people were driving this truck. Okay. Close up cam. She's getting a flogging today. It's good. That's why I spend all the money on these cameras. Okay. So, the flex is good. That's lovely. Okay. Now, this is the other side. What's this shit? Okay, full flex. Was anyone watching when this truck was being made? That shouldn't happen. If you want to have... Now, I love the flares. Brilliant touch. Love them. If you want to have big flares on your truck, put smaller tyres on it so they don't hit the flares. That's it. I'm sorry. Like, the rear's fine. The front's not. I don't want to take my brand new truck out. And this is what you have to think about, okay? I go out wheeling with my mates. And I start bragging about my new truck that I've just got. And it's awesome, man. Oh, it's grey. It's got scratches on it. I'm pretty sure that, they're from factory. It's going to shit on your truck because it's got overdrive. Just you wait. And then the first thing that happens on the first steep incline is that. And then, of course, your truck instantly sounds like shit and looks like shit because there's so much rubbing going on. Now, if there's a little bit of rubbing, I can just trim that off with the scissors. Okay? I can get over that. That's fine. But when there's that much rubbing, that I'm deforming the whole body no, guys, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I'm all about value for money, okay? Now, I've started to I'm blue in the face. You don't need to spend $200 on a motor. You don't need to spend $200 on an ESC. You don't need to spend $200 on a servo. You just don't, okay? I can have fun with all that stuff for under $100. Value for money, okay? This truck is $350 US, which apparently is not retail price. The retail price you will find on Associated's website. It's not worth the money. You release hard plastic upgrades for the truck. Put the hard plastic shit on the truck and sell it with it so it's worth the money, okay? Some of you guys can probably tell I'm a little frustrated, okay? And I am, because I spent a fortune on the post for this truck. I waited over 3 weeks just to pay for the bloody things. For what? For 2019's disappointment of the year. I'm still going to give one away. I tell you what, I'm going to give both of them away. I'm going to give both of them away because no matter how well this truck drives, I don't like it. What companies need to understand is it's not about what this truck will do without this, and if I go and spend $200 on upgrades. Okay? That's not what it's about. I can go and buy a Cross RC FR4 RTR from Cross RC US for $320 US. It will, I damn near say, outperform this truck. It's got a forward mount motor, middle mount battery, it's got better weight distribution, takes a full size lipo straight from the get-go. The tyres feel better, they don't rub on the body everywhere. Why in the hell would I buy this? Bring the hate in the comments, because I'm sure it's going to come. But I'm telling you, this truck is 2019's disappointment of the year. My body posts are bent. Like, what the hell? Have you not got these in hard plastic? That shouldn't be a thing. Now, the reason I'm so pissed, I guess, is because if this was an RGT truck, if this was Hobby Plus's first crawler, I'd be a little bit easier on them. Okay? I want to do a quick Google. I'm going to do some upgrades. I'm going to design some chassis braces for this truck that it needs, and I will install them, and I will make sure the chassis is stiffer than it is. I will possibly design my own servo holder that won't have the winch mount on it, but it'll be stronger and it'll act as a proper chassis brace. Okay. Team associated. Come on, Google. And now, before anyone says, oh, but this is Element Electrics, it is a division of Associated Electrics, which is Team Associated. First RC. Shouldn't be this difficult to find when they first started. I'm sure it was the 70s. Associated Electrics was founded in 1964. Now, I assume they didn't make RCs then. Surely not. Early history. My point being, these guys have been around for 40 years. At least. They've made buggies that have won world championships. They've made truckies. They've made, I believe, on-road cars and all this other sort of fun stuff too. Okay? And all this stuff has been premium of quality. I've never ever heard someone say, this buggy I got from Team Associated, shit. Not once. It's disappointing, guys. Really, it's not good enough. And it's just, release a version 2 and fix it. Don't make it cost any more money, because the truck's not worth the money you're asking now. It's just not worth it. I'm sorry, but it's not. Ditch this wanky crap. Okay? You guys can design your own tyres. You don't need to put plastic method wheels on it. Do you know how many people out there care if this has got method wheels on it? No one. Literally no one. If you took a poll and said, do you guys mind if we put, this is a bad example, but do you mind if we put this on it that is our own design, but it is cheaper and will make the truck cheaper? Do you mind if we do that? Everyone's going to say, dude, put these on it. You know why? Because I'm going to change my own wheels and tyres anyway. Don't worry about putting licensed stuff, except maybe a body, on the truck, because it's just a waste of your own money and time. This is just facts, and if people don't like it, well, I'm sorry, but one day the RC industry is going to change, and everything I say about we don't need this shit, but this needs to be better, it's all going to happen. And then you go, that bloody RC bloke that used to do streams that people don't watch now because they all got pissed off with him, he said all this stuff was going to happen. If you can get it cheap, right, if someone buys one and they're pissed with it, or they break something, you can get it cheap second hand, buy it, sure. If you can win it in the giveaway we're doing, there's going to be 2 for giveaways. And because I'll see what wheels I've got floating about. I might even smash another set of beadlocks on the other one, just so that I feel like you're getting a bit more money's worth for your giveaway. Please do better. D-. It's not worth the money. And I'm sorry, but if you watch a video and I can pick them instantly, if you watch a video from someone that reviews this truck and they bang on about how wonderful the overdrive is and the motor is, the motor's okay. It's nothing revolutionary. The year racing motors are smoother. I'm telling you now. They just are. They're only saying the nice stuff because they've got it for free. I've had Cross give me trucks for free before. I think 2 of my trucks were free. And I've been honest about them. This needs to be changed. This is not good enough. The fit finish here is not whatever. Okay? And Cross only did it because of how much I love their trucks. Okay? Every other Cross truck I've had, I've bought from Robert. It's cost me what it cost to get a Cross truck. And then the postage. 2 of them, I think it was... I forget. But anyway. The fact of the matter is, I'm honest about them. If there's an issue with the Cross truck, I'll tell you. If there's an issue with this, I'll tell you. If there's an issue with the Gen 8, I'll tell you. Same with the TRX4. The fact of the matter is, that truck is not worth the money. It is overhyped, and that's why people are buying it. I'm now seeing trucks breaking everywhere on the internet, and then everyone's going, you're driving it too hard, mate. Now, I can tell if someone's broke something because it's driven too hard or not. Some of the brakes, yeah, people are bashing the shit out of them as braking. That's fair enough. If you do that, that's your own fault. Others, if the entirety of your truck is spotless clean, and there's like 2 scratches underneath, but your diff casing snapped, that's not because you're driving it too hard. I'm so pissed with that body. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this has been the review of the Element Enduro Sendero. And I'm so disappointed, I'm not even going to show the Scale Garage box. There's pictures online of it. It's just, what a letdown, man. The best thing about this truck for me is this. It's got lots of license plate things, and it's got Scale tyre decals. And it's got, watch this decals. I mean, this shouldn't be the best part about what your truck is. The links are pretty. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, the overdrive's awesome though, because that's not what sells the truck, and I've said it 1,000 times. So for anyone that wants to argue with me in the comments saying that, but it's got overdrive and it's the only truck that has overdrive and all this shit, I don't care, because overdrive is not a reason to buy or not to buy a truck. It's almost like the overdrive was like, well, we've got this feature, we can flog the piss out of that, let's go with that. And we've got a Scale Garage in a box. So that's a reason to buy a truck. It's not. Yeah, it's cool, it's clever, but it's not a reason to buy a truck. And whoever's working in the design department on the stuff like these bumpers, thinner, mate. Think thinner, okay? Just pull it all back in a bit. This bumper, and now this is, I know I've been doing some design stuff lately and whatever else and etc. As soon as I look at this, I see problems instantly. One, look at the back step on this bumper. That's adding no extra structural support. That plastic is like maybe 2 mil thick. This bumper front to back is 35 millimeters, 3.5 centimeters. Okay, you can shave 10 mil off the back, and you can shave at least 10 mil off the front. Do that, and then we can push the whole thing in a bit further, and then this won't flop around as much. I don't know if you guys can see. This is the whale tail. There we go. There's little things like this that change your truck. The money you would have then saved on making this bumper as big as it is, you could have bought some more chassis braces and put in the chassis so it doesn't just all twist like really badly. There needs to be an RC company out there that hires me to work for them so this shit doesn't happen. Okay? I know someone's going to take the piss and I'm waiting for it, but little things make a big difference. Like the mounts that hold these two together. I'm going to print my own mount. I'm going to put it on this body and I'm going to put it on the giveaway. Well, they're both going to be given away. I'm going to put it on the other one. Okay? I shared it on there too, Uncaged. I don't know how many people from that group are watching. If you are, welcome. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. If you are watching and you've bought one of these trucks, what made you buy it? Was it the hype? Was it the overdrive? Was it the Was it the licensed wheels? Was it that? I want to wrap my head around why people are banging on about this truck being the bee's knees. Are you giving 2 away? Yes. We're going to give 2 of these away. Because, like I said, the other truck could be perfect. And if it is, that would have been the giveaway anyway, because I wouldn't want to give someone scratches if I couldn't help it. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't care how well this truck drives now. I'm going to take it out, I'm going to film it, and I'm going to review its trail performance. But I'm so disappointed with the condition of the body, the plastics that are used, the design layout of certain parts, like the massive gap in the chassis and things like that. I'm so disappointed. I'd rather have a Gen 8. And I was really disappointed by that too. But I mean, of course, I'd buy the cross truck. Let's not kid ourselves. But I'd rather have this. This is $50 cheaper, and it's twice. You get more for your money. I know they're not perfect, and someone out there's going to say you even get portal axles. I don't care about portals. If your axle housings are as skinny as they are, you don't need portals. Yes, they're cool features, but there's something else to go wrong. So forget the portal thing, okay? Don't worry about that. Just forget it. I like it a little bit more already. Sorry. But honestly, this should have been better. With the background of the company, with the background of the people that are working there, this should have been better than this. And in my opinion, it's not. I know the wheels and the tyres on the Gen 8 were trash. They are trash. And the steering arm hit the tyres, which was trash. And it's noisy, which is trash. This is quieter and smoother. That's excellent. That'll make me feel a little bit better when I go out and drive it. Because I won't worry about everyone looking at my truck like it's about to shit itself. That's how I felt when I first drove the Gen 8. It's like, oh my god, this is loud. I'm embarrassed to drive it. It's like if you've got an old car and the big muffler's dragging on the ground everywhere. People are going to notice. So, before I drop bombs and swear and carry on and get frustrated, if you've liked the stream, give it a like. If you want to donate towards this goal to hopefully get BCRC in America, who knows, I could go and visit the team, the Element RC offices, and give them my ideas and be kicked out. That's a joke. If you'd like to donate, there's a link in the description. It's very much appreciated. Give the streams a share. I want to pump up the numbers in these things, so we can review more trucks, so we can have more people not like me and what I say about them. Okay? I thank you all very much for your time. Short and nasty of it. Should you buy one of these? No, not at retail price. Not at retail price. Don't pay $350 for this. Buy it second hand if you can get it, or through our giveaways. Okay? We're giving away 2 of them. I've decided we're giving away 2. One of them will have been driven for about 4 hours, so I can do my filming. But you guys don't care anyway, because I'll most probably smash a set of beadlocks on it, make it all clean and pretty. Bob's your uncle. But really, how long do they stay stock? Yes, but how much money do you have to spend on something, Chris, before it's any good? I don't know how long you've been with us, Chris, but I suggest you watch from the start if you haven't. It's just, for what you get for your money, it's very disappointing, especially the condition this thing turned up in, okay? On the next live stream, which, I'll probably just talk about some of my 3D print shit and whatever else. I will open the other one up too, and we'll have a look and see what the quality that's like compared to this, okay? And this is a bonus of having 2 of them here. I can open 2 and say, well, this was just a one-off. It was the odd lemon, the odd one. Okay? But I mean, the thing that really upset me, Chris, was the body posts are bent. It's got scratches. The body mounts shit. There's too many things on one truck, if that makes sense. If it was just the body posts, that'd be fine. But given all the scratches and marks on the body, I And there's fingerprints on the window. I'm not sure. They're probably mine. I'll check the video and see, because I noticed them earlier. I don't know. Personally, Chris, if you've ordered one, go and cancel it and wait for the running video, and I'll give you another thoughts on it. You might buy it and go, it's awesome. Put your autograph on this card. I'll sign them if someone wants me to sign them. That's probably a bit wanky, but if you guys want it signed, I'll do it. It's up to you. I personally would hold off, and this is the problem Australians have, and it's a big problem. When do you think this truck's going to be on sale in Australia? Like, never. The TRX4, I paid $750 for my Defender, okay? The Bronco is $820, and it's not getting cheaper. What's that about? It's a smaller truck. Like, I know the body's more detailed, but Jesus, like, to pump up the vehicle value. Look, when someone wins it, if you want me to sign it, I'll sign it. I don't know if it's going to pump up the vehicle value, but I appreciate your support, pal. You've been a bloody good supporter of BCRC since the beginning, my friend. Alright, so there you have it. Wait for the running video. I'm going to drive it as it is. I'm not going to change any bumper things or whatever else. I might turn one of these body mounts around so I can try and center the body. I'm going to drive it as it is, and I'm going to take it on the same place I take all new trucks when I test them out, and we'll give it a comparison. I've no doubt it'll drive okay, but I don't think it's going to blow me away and make me go, oh, I have to have it. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this has been the longest stream on YouTube to date. My back's killing me, but I was a bit passionate about this one because I know a lot of you out there are going to go and spend your hard-earned on this truck, and I wanted to do my best to convey to you what I think of it. It's 2019's disappointment of the year, because with all the hype that was built up behind it, it should have been better. Alright, I do appreciate you watching. I know these things are long, and a lot of you guys stick around. If you watch this after it's been live, if you watch it from start to finish, put in the comments, dare. D-A-R-E. Okay? Put in dare. Don't put it in the chat, because you're already here. That defeats the purpose. But if you've watched it from start to finish, put in the comments down below, dare. Okay? And I'll just say something like, because they are delicious. Alright. Thank you very much for watching. Take care out there, everyone. I really do appreciate your time, and I hope that this has opened up your eyes to exactly what this truck's like. It's not a hyped up review. It's the God honest review from a man that's paid a lot of money to have these trucks here. So, have fun with your RC. Take care, and we shall see you on the next BCRC Live.